Okay, welcome everybody to my first impression review of Big Walk. A review of my first, let's say, 5 hours of the game. And, I just want to share with you what I thought of the game. Was it any good or was it maybe disappointing? So let's get into it. So, Big Walk was released on August the 4th on Steam, Switch 2, and PlayStation 5. And for the latter, if you have PlayStation 5 and you have PS Plus, you will actually get the game for free during the month of August. So that's a great thing to know. And that's how I also got hold of the game myself. Hey, a freebie is a freebie, right? So yeah, first of all, the game, the first time it was presented, or at least when I saw a video of it at a showcase, the game immediately hit the right spot for me. The developers, they really told the concept of the game and just the fact of the world exploration, working together, the puzzles that you have to solve together, and the limitations with the communication that you have, and you have to use certain tools to help. It really, it sparked something inside of me like, okay, this is a game that looks really cool, at least on paper. So yeah, I couldn't wait to play this, and finally we are here. We could play it now. I have played it, so that's why we have the review, right? So I would like to start with the graphics and the art design of this game. And yeah, when I talk about this part of the game, I gotta say it looks really good. The game combines realistic environments with brightly colored structures and funny looking cartoonish characters. They look very simple. The characters themselves, they've got a round body shape with those thin limbs and a duck-like head. Very charming looking characters. And also the structures, they're quite simply shaped, like circle or square-like shaped structures or anything else with a single color every time they use for those structures to really stand out as well. And I think that combination of the realistic environments and the simplicity of the structures and the characters that have this cartoony, funny look, it is a really funny, how do I say, it is a good contrast between the two, and it works really well. I think they found really a nice combination of these two things. Yeah, and overall, the environments, they look great. It's a map filled with different types of vegetation, mountains, little creeks or small rivers, and since it's an island, it's surrounded by the sea. And it all looks good on the eye. The game is fairly constant also with the frame rate, which is, if I'm correct, at 60 frames per second. It might drop here and there. Didn't really notice this much. I gotta say, I didn't really have any issues with this part. In the end, the uniqueness of the simple designed structures and the vibrant colors, the characters, make the overall graphical experience very charming and fun to look at. A good start for the game in my book so far. So let's get on to the next part, which will be the music and sound. So yes, the music and the sound. Actually, a very important aspect for the game is the sound or the communication that you can have with each other. Or more specific, the way you can communicate in-game. The in-game chat allows you to speak to each other, but you can only hear each other when in near vicinity. Otherwise, you're just better off speaking to a wall, because they will not hear you. There are, of course, some tools that can help you with this, like walkie-talkies or like a microphone, like the ones that you can carry to, make your voice louder. I don't know what to call them at the moment, but I hope you know what I mean. And it works really well. Sometimes I think, maybe the distance between the characters when you try to speak with each other, you don't hear each other if you're a bit too far. And I think, maybe the distance could have been a little bit bigger, but now I'm just nitpicking on a purposely chosen game mechanic. They had a reason to do this, and I guess that is the best choice they made, so I shouldn't complain. I had no issues with the voice chat in my playthrough. It was easy to hear and also to detect which direction it was coming from, which is important in a game like this. There's also a lot of detail in sound effects. For example, the sound the sand makes when you walk over it.
The squeaky footsteps.
Yeah. Or the squeaking of glass when you rub your hand across it. The environmental sound effects are cool too. You will hear many types of wildlife, mostly birds, maybe some other animals. And you will even hear where they're coming from. And also those sounds are not just specifically for you. Actually, the other people that are on the map with you, they will actually hear the same sound effects from those, or they will actually hear the same wildlife sound effects. So yeah, that's kind of cool that those actually synchronize with each other, and it's not just some random sound effect. And also during the night, of course, the sound of the environment will change, and you will most of the time hear crickets chirping in the background to give you that really nighttime experience. And I'm sure that the game has many more sound effects, like little details of sound that I didn't even notice. And honestly, that just tells me a lot about what the developers have done with this game. They really have put a lot of attention into creating this game, and there's just so many details that you'll probably miss. And I really appreciate that a lot, honestly. Now, the game also has some music in it, and for example, for the intro, which is very iconic little music tune, what they play there. Then during the game, there are some moments. Also, when you use some items, there will be like these little musical moments. And actually, during your game, you will find these areas where there's like this setup with speakers, and you will hear a song playing, or yeah, they will play music with a specific song, like a little mini festival. You can just sit there, you can just sit around, you can dance or whatever you want to do. It's just a little extra touch to the game to give it like a nice experience, and yeah, also give you a moment to just chill out or have fun in between all the solving of all the puzzles and walking around trying to find your next destination. Okay, so this is the most important part for me, the gameplay. So does Big Walk talk the talk, or can it even walk the walk? Let's see. Firstly, the controls, very easy to pick up, and it feels super familiar for most players that are used to first-person games and even the third-person type of games, because those controls are also very similar, and you will get used to it quite easily. There's the inputs for running and ducking, and they're all basically the same. Of course, this is not a shooter, but a walk-around game, a puzzle game. So instead of shooting guns or throwing grenades, we make arm movements or grab objects. So yeah, those are just small differences, and you will learn them very easily. Thanks to the tutorial area in the beginning, it's quite easy to understand how the game works. But how does the game play? Is it fun? Oh yes, yes it is. The game presents you to a big open world that will open up more and more when you progress. How? Well, by collecting these weird egg items. I don't know even what you should call them, but let's just call them eggs. They are all the color red, and you just need to collect a certain amount of them. And once you do so, you will receive a key, and with this key, you can then unlock the next part of the map, or something that will allow you to traverse other parts of the map. Okay, so yes, we need to have those eggs, but how do you get them? Well, simply by solving puzzles. And puzzles can be solved only with 2 or more people, so you cannot play this game alone. And it requires teamwork. A very easy example for the first area, you will find a fixed telescope, and then when you look through the telescope, you will see in the distance this small box containing a red egg. Cool, okay, so we have to go there, but next to the telescope is a button. We press the button, it opens the box. So okay, simple enough, let's go to the box. No, because as soon as you let go of the button, the box closes. So what do? One person has to stay behind, press down the button, while the other person goes over to the box and grabs the item from the box. And that's how you solve a puzzle. This is a very easy puzzle in the beginning, and yeah, through the game they will keep getting more complicated, but also a lot more fun. So as I said, they will get more complicated, and yeah, what I noticed is that some puzzles almost seem like illogical, or you just have no clue what you're supposed to do with them. They really make no sense. But so far, we never found a puzzle that we couldn't solve, because every time you try something out, trial and error, and then suddenly things start clicking. You will start seeing things that you didn't see before, and you're like, okay, we can do this now, or we should do that. And together you actually come to a solution. And so far, like I said, with every puzzle, we found a solution just by simply just trying out a few things. And it's such a great way of experiencing this. And it really gave us a big feeling of accomplishment and good teamwork. And that's what the game is all about. It's the journey that you have together, the interactions that you have, and the fun while trying to solve the puzzles together. Now, I tried to think of anything negative about the game, and honestly, I can't think of anything so far. I've only played the game maybe for 5 hours, but honestly, the game is great fun, and there was nothing that I could find that was holding it back or in any way, making it sometimes maybe a unfun game. No, absolutely not. So far, perfect game. Well, if I can say one thing, of course, you have to play the game together. So if you don't have anybody to play with, you can't really play the game. So yeah, you kind of miss out. So that's, of course, a bummer. But yeah, that's the thing with these type of games where you need to play with more people. That's always going to be a little bit of a minus for anybody that doesn't have anybody to play with at that time. So in the end, does Big Walk walk the walk? Absolutely, 100% it does. Really, I cannot recommend this game more than anything else. I don't know what I said here, but yeah, I absolutely recommend this game. If you love open world games where you have to just solve puzzles along the way, you just have fun, like cooperating together, you're gonna have a blast. Really, it's such a fun game. So if you haven't played it yet, or you're on the fence of playing it, I would say go for it. And especially if you have PS Plus, I mean, the game is for free, so you've got nothing to lose, right? So just give it a go, try it out. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. So we're already at the end of this. I kept it kind of short. I didn't want to go into too many details either, just to keep out the spoilers. And since I haven't played it more than 5 hours, so I couldn't go into more details anyways. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from this, that it gave you some information that you actually needed. I'm happy that you watched the video. Thank you very much. And if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share as well. So thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.